Hey guys, do you have product that is collecting dust on your shelves? Hey, let me tell you how to fix that. Coming up next. All right guys, so today let's talk about how to analyze trends and cut underperforming items. All right. Hey Chad, how am I going to figure that out? You know, I see things on my shelves, you know, they sell here and there. It's not such a big deal, but how do I know which ones it are? Let me tell you how to do it. I promise you, your POS system has a report section. And then you go into the report section and you have a look around and you say to yourself, hey, here it tells me about my inventory. And then you scroll down and you'll find the bottom 50 movers in the last 90 days. Well, those are the underperformers. And if you can't find it, you get on the phone and you call the help desk of your POS system and they'll tell you right where it's at. That's the most important part. That's the good part about a help desk, and that's what they're there for. But those bottom performers, let's call them the bottom 50 because that's usually what it is. It's usually a 90-day moving average, so that tells you what's absolutely shit. And when that happens, you go ahead and get your little highlighter out and you figure out your SKUs and you figure right where they're at. And then let's talk about how to get rid of that shit, and let's move on to the next section, okay? Let's start thinking about bundling. Chad, what do you mean by bundling? Well, let's start thinking, man, how would I get more product moved with merchandise I already have? So let's just say bangers aren't selling like they used to, and you've got a plethora of them, you know, the 45 degree, maybe the 90 degree. Well, what if you sold a water pipe with a flower bowl and you bundled them together with their choice of a 45 or a 90, and you know, as long as they fit in there, but they have to buy it right then when they buy the water pipe, you know, let's call it for an extra 10 bucks. Because you probably got 4 or 5 into them. Now, if you got high-end, ones, you're going to have to, raise it up accordingly. But you're trying to move merchandise, not sit there and look at it and dicker over the price. So you're going to have to do that, or you're going to have to start discounting prices, right? And you're going to have to get that down to damn near cost just to move it because it's not moving any other way. Also, start thinking about this. What about promotions? You know, like where you've got some, I don't know, rolling papers or cones or, stuff that you took a chance on that weren't name brand, but, had a really good price point. Well, now they ain't selling it all, and they're just sitting there looking you in the face and constantly screaming to you, fool, fool, you shouldn't have bought me, you shouldn't have bought me. Well, perhaps it's right, but what if you had a buy two, get one free, right? Buy 2 cones of their choice and they get one of these for free. Buy a 3-pack, get one of these for free. What about rolling papers? Do you got those 99-cent rolling papers that ain't going nowhere? Well, let's say they buy 2 Raws or 2 OCBs or 2 anything else, and you just throw one of them in if they buy 2. Well, I mean, who's not going to do that, man? They're not going to get pissed off, man. They're going to love that, and they'll come back every single time until you're completely out of them. And then, that was a promotion. That shit's moved. That's sold. All right, that's a great way to get rid of product like that. Also, avoid over-ordering by working with very flexible wholesalers. What if you had something? Hey, man, these ain't selling for me, man. This ain't going to work. I've got to figure out what to do with them. Some wholesalers might even take them back if they're not moving, give you store credit as long as you'll ship them back on your dime. Sometimes. Now, if you find out in 6 months, now if it's a year, 2 years later, nope, They ain't gonna do that. You're just gonna have to be on your own. But also, we only work with wholesalers who say, hey man, have you ever sold that before? Because I've had people who've called me up and they want to go whole hog into something, and I have to tell them, I don't know, man, you don't even know if that's gonna move. Let's just buy, instead of 5 of each piece of Kettering Kratom, let's get 3 of each piece just to see if you can sell them. And then if they can't, it's not such a big deal. So they will sell in a little bit, because they might not even have customers for that. So you got to work with ethical wholesalers who will tell you, these aren't such a big seller, but you remember, not everybody is ethical, and they may just be trying to make $1. And if they are, maybe that's not who you need to be with. Okay, we don't do that at unswholesale.com. We don't do that. Grover and Brandon and I have been in this industry for quite some time. We will stop you from overbuying because maybe that shit just don't sell in your area. And we've got a whole list of inventory that we can look at and see where it's going in your state. And if they're not buying it in your state, you probably ain't gonna sell it either, okay? When you're testing new products, man, you got to start thinking small quantity before you start going whole hog. I don't care what you think about the newest, here you go, Bic lighter. Okay, they come in all shapes and sizes. They come with all kinds of prints. Maybe you don't buy 20 cases of them. Maybe you get a case of this, a case of that, and you try them before you find out that you're stuck with them, and then you're all butthurt over it, which that really sucks. And I understand that, but you do have to go small before you go big, okay? So think of it like that, fellas and ladies. Let me know what you're thinking about that. Do you got products that's not selling? Drop in the comments below and tell us what's not selling. You may be helping a wholesaler out not to pick some more of that up. And I may find out regionally that that's no longer moving, and I need to not ever order that again until it is. Okay, comment down below, let us know. Remember, if you need any wholesale product, unswholesale.com. I can be your rep, or you can pick Grover or Brandon. We've all got a myriad of experience in this shit, and we can't wait to help you out. Also, if you need some display cases, link in the description down below. But hey, share this out. We're trying to build the channel back. It was taken away from us. Now we're back on here, and we're trying to build the community back up. We would love to see you over at the Discord and get you involved in the conversation as well. Link all of this down in the description. All right, guys, that's what I got. If you need anything, let me know. AskChadWade@gmail.com. Bye.